Hey guys, welcome back to Roshnana's World. So guys, we have Ashlesha on our channel who has recently cracked Accenture for ASE profile for a package of 4.5 lakhs. So first of all, very congratulations, Ashlesha, that you cracked Accenture and other companies also she cracked. But yes, today we'll be specifically talk about Accenture. She's from 2021 batch pass out, so she'll be discussing each and everything with us how her journey was from very starting of when she applied and everything. And let's move on. So yes, Ashlesha, you can introduce yourself and then we can move ahead.
Thank you so much, Roshnara. First of all, you're doing a great job. I must say, you're helping a lot of students out there.
Thank you.
Yes, I have got a offer from Accenture for ASE role. That is for 4.5 LPA, and I'm going to share my interview experience and also the test pattern today.
Okay.
I have applied in the second phase of Accenture hiring for the 2021 batch. So in that, I have applied on July in June. My The hiring process started in the month of June. So on 12th June, actually, I've got my assessment link. That is the first round of means every recruitment process. So uh, there are two sections of that. Means the first round of Accenture. It is called as cognitive and technical assessment. So the cognitive and technical assessment consist of two sections in itself. So there you're going to have questions from aptitude,
Mm.
and in aptitude you're going to get reasoning, then English ability and numerical ability. All these questions are going to be there. And then there is a second section to that, which consists of questions from all computer domains. So you are going to get questions from MS Office. Mostly questions from MS Office are from Excel, MS Excel. Then you can get questions from cybersecurity, then cloud, and most questions are like in form of pseudocodes where you have to find the outputs. And these questions are mostly of for loops questions, you can
Yes.
say. Yeah, and these this round specifically is really very important round because it is an elimination round. If you perform well in this round, then you are forwarded to the next round, that is the coding round, and that round is going to happen on that day only. So if you are able to manage the cutoff of the first round, then
Mm.
immediately after 15 minutes you are forwarded to the next round, that is the coding round. So the first round, that is cognitive and technical assessment, it is of 90 minutes. So you have to very prompt in your answering, and you have to be very quick because there are going to be 90 questions and you are having only 90 minutes. And it is really very important round because it's the elimination round. So of course you have to perform really very well. So after that you are moving to coding round.
Mm.
In coding round, it is of 45 minutes, and there you have to solve two questions. There are two coding questions.
Mm.
So these questions are from there can be arrays or strings, or it can be sometimes of oops types of questions where you are given a situation of like a class, and then you have to do some array kind of stuff. For example, I'm giving example roughly that you are given a class of students and you have to calculate their average, and then like this question. It is a lengthy one, so you have to do a little more. So I was able to solve for one question with all test case pass.
Mm.
And when I was doing my second question, uh, I got it compiled, but I was not able to satisfy all the test cases. And at that time, my time was up, so I was able to complete 1.5 coding questions, you can say. And after that, I got my results of first round, overall first round means the coding round on June 13th. So in that day, means you get a mail like congratulations, you have completed your coding assessment and you have cleared it. So now the second round is of communication assessment. So in that communication assessment round, you are assessed based on your communication skills. So you are based on your listening, reading, and speaking skills. So there you are going to have a you can say it is a proctored exam, of course, and there is going to be a AI boot. which is going to talk to, means you have to listen to it, and then you have to ask, means you have to answer some questions. So in that way that exam is, and it is not of much tension, you can say, because that is not an elimination round.
Hmm.
So it is a quite easy round, and after that, you will get your interview slots booking mail. So you have to book your slot. So you can book your date and your time. So I have booked my date on 21st June. So I
Okay,
got
after
my
one week.
yes.
Okay.
So means not immediately I got after communication assessment. After 1 week, they give you invitation mail that you can book your slots, and then you have to like book your slot, and then I have booked my date as 21st. So on that day, you are given a slot over there. So you have to like before that timing of your slot, you have to present at the you can see what we call that waiting area, because
Lobby.
yeah. So, because there are so many people's interview going on, and the interview are like for one interview there are so many students they have to give interview to. So you have to be very fast. Means you have to be early in your slot.
Hmm.
So in that way, otherwise, what happens? Sometimes if a person who is before you, he is taking a lot time.
Hmm.
So you, in that case, if you are not present at that time, and means you are on a time. Okay, wait, I'll explain it like this. Okay, so there is a queue for the interview according to your slots. So if someone's interview is taking more time, so what happens is that students get demotivated and they left the meeting, or something happens like that. So when student is not in the queue or the waiting area, so immediately the next student is given that opportunity. Yeah. So again, then you have to mail them that please reschedule my. So because of that, I was not able to give my interview and all. So that didn't happen to me. I was on before time. I was there, and my interview also took me. Means he
Okay.
joined me to the meeting on time. So that was good. Then about the interview. So I was really very nervous about my interview. So he actually, when the interview started, he firstly I greeted him. He greeted me back. Then firstly he introduced
Hmm.
himself.
Hmm.
He told me about his work experience, that in which field he is working and everything. Then he asked me about me, that tell me about yourself. So I told him about myself. I told him about my internships and all. And
Hmm.
he didn't ask me much questions in technical
Okay,
fields.
here I want to stop you. I mean, a very important point. I mean, tell me something about yourself, introduction part. So, can you elaborate a bit because people out, I mean, mostly are confused how to, start their interview with this particular question.
Yeah. So you don't have to do much, you just have to be yourself in your introducing yourself. So I was very clear with that thought that I introduce myself like, hi, my name is Aslesha, or you can like modify it according to yourself. So my name is Aslesha Kumbhar. I am from Pune, Maharashtra, and you have to start from your education. Like I have done my education, I mean, my schooling from Kendra Vidyalaya NDA, and I have done my. I'm pursuing. At that time, I was pursuing, so I told him that I am currently pursuing my computer bachelor's in computer from Zeal College. So in this way, you have to elaborate about yourself, and then if they ask about your family, then you can include that. Otherwise, it is not necessary. You can say you just have to tell about your education, then if you have done any internships, and more specifically about your projects, if you have done any. Yeah, so I have told him about that. He didn't ask me much questions in technical concepts. He asked me everything from my resume. So I have mentioned three projects. So he asked me questions from that. Firstly, he started with my internships. So he asked me that what was your role, what projects you've done, so how you approach to those projects, what kind of technologies you have used in that. So in this type of questions he asked. Then he moved towards the projects. So he started with my mini projects. and there was a basic project that I have done under some training I was going through. So he asked me about that, and he thoroughly asked me about my final year project. My final year project was on AI and ML, but my topic was yeah, anomaly detection system for video surveillance. So what we are doing in that, there are so many cameras, in malls and everywhere, in public places mostly, and all these cameras are monitored from your central surveillance room.
Hmm.
So it is not possible for a person or a human being to monitor all those cameras. So we have designed such algorithm with the help of machine learning, which will monitor all the activities. Yeah, so human activities it is going to monitor, and if there are some anomalies, why we have called it, because anomalies are something which deviates from the normal behavior. So, for example, if there is a mob gathering or a robbery happening, so in that case, it is going to give you a alarm or a signal on the monitor so
Hmm.
that we can identify which area it is and we can go. So what question he asked me is that he gave me a scene that he and his wife, they both are in a mall. Okay. And in a funny way he was like snatching his wife's purse.
Okay.
So will that be also considered as an anomaly in your algorithm? So actually, that was really very surprising because we have not thought about that. So I welcome his idea. I told him that thank you very much, sir. We have not thought about that. We have like very prompt about our like robbery and then mob gathering, fighting happening in this way. So he then in a funnier way he like said that then if you are like liking my idea, then are you
Implement that.
able to? Yeah. No. He asked me that will you be able to like take me into your project?
Oh, that
So
way.
I will say that I would be more than happy.
Hmm.
So after that, he asked me questions, basic questions on machine learning,
Hmm.
like what is supervised and unsupervised machine learning algorithms. Then he asked me that why you have not used reinforcement learning in your project. So I was able to answer those questions. And then he asked me a general question, which nobody asked me, that what is the meaning of your name? So my name is Aslesha. So he was not knowing about that. So I told him that meaning is a constellation. So he said that I found it a very unique name.
Okay.
And that after that, he told me that I'm done from my side. So if you are having any questions, you can ask me. So I asked him some questions. Obviously, you can't deny that you don't have any questions. You have to ask questions.
Right.
So I asked him that how Accenture is culturally different from other companies. And I was really surprised that he gave me a really very brief answer for that.
Hmm.
He was very much no, giving very much interested in giving that answer. So after that, he told me that, okay, we are done with the interview and then you can leave the meeting. So it was that. And after my interview, actually, I waited for a long time for my results.
I mean,
It was
21st you gave your interview, and then when you got your results?
I got my results on July 21.
Okay, from approximately 1 month.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So what happened during second phase of Accenture hiring? They have declared their result in phase manner.
Yeah.
So first phase they have roll out some results, and in the second phase, in my phase, they have like roll out some results. So
Hmm.
it was quite late.
Yeah.
So I've like started applying for other companies at that time.
Yes, that is actually an approach which you are like keeping a backup, and I think all the candidates should, I mean, keep such approach in mind that we should not keep one company at a time. We should have like choices, and we should keep on applying. It is good for us. I mean, candidates
Yes.
itself that we will
And
have options to choose. Hmm.
and at times like this, I mean, COVID and everything is working from home. There is a lot of the process is getting very slow day by day. So,
Right.
and people are also getting impatient that
Hmm.
they are not getting results and something is wrong. They get demotivated very quickly. So just you have to be motivated by yourself, your side, and
Right.
just apply to the other company. No matter that you did your well, and you just have to move on. There are so many companies that you can apply for.
Yes, yes, and it is actually, I mean, you would be surprised that we have five offers in hand, two offers in hand, three offers. I mean, a lot of
Yeah.
offers in hand. So that is also a plus point that you will have an option to choose,
Yes.
guys. So don't worry if it is taking too much time. I think a lot of people are still waiting in this phase too for their TFA exams also to be conducted. Plus, a lot of candidates are waiting for their approvals, complete approvals of the documentation. So yes, they would definitely do it, but yeah, it can take time though. So don't worry
Yes.
at all. Okay, so Klesha, I mean, you explained each and every point so clearly, starting from the very test pattern and everything and the interview part. So I hope people out there got your explanation. So now a few questions. I mean, now like you said, the time management in the test, the cognitive and the this part, aptitude part. How did you manage? I mean, from which section you started with? How did you manage?
So I've started from the pseudocode section, means from the technical assessment, because you don't have a sectional, means you don't you are given you can go through all questions at a time. So I've started from pseudocode questions because there are loops questions, so it takes time to take out the output. So I've started from that, and there are actually lengthy questions from pseudocode. After that, then if you are good at aptitude, then I think that it would be like easy for you to go through all those questions, because they are not of much difficult questions. They are easy to moderate level questions, but you have to give your time more to the pseudocode questions.
Okay. Also, I think there is no negative marking. So just in case
Yeah.
you miss out on timings, try to complete and try to guess at the end of the
Yeah.
time limit when once it is end of the test. So yes, don't worry, and I mean focus mainly on time management. Like if you're good with, like she said, that about the pseudocode, which is the lengthier part, try to manage time on that. Then come to the topics, the sections where you are good at, like reasoning. Some people are good at reasoning, verbal. So yes, do accordingly. The strategy could differ from person to person.
Yeah.
And what about interview? I mean, how did you like manage to clear? Like you initially said that you were a bit nervous. So how did you prepare for interview?
Yeah, because there are two. The hiring was for two roles, that is ASE and SE. So I was not sure that for which role I was giving my interview.
Hmm.
So I was like, I have to be prepared for both roles, because yeah. So in that way, I was nervous that in technical questions, whether they are going to ask me programming questions or only like theoretical questions they are going to ask. So I didn't face such questions, like technical questions. I didn't face much. So everything was from my resume, and I was very clear with my resume. So I would suggest everyone to like go through their resume 2 3 times. If there is anything which you don't know, then you must like check it again and again. You have to be very prompt with your resume. Your
Correct.
resume is everything
Yeah, very
that
well
the
said.
interviewer is looking at.
Correct, correct. Yeah, very well said. So yes, guys, I mean resume and then your this introduction has to be very clear with your mind that what is written on your resume, and just in case you are not very well versed with something, so don't add. It is not mandatory that you have to add everything to the resume. Be crisp and short, but yes, to the point.
Yeah, and the introduction also, many people's in many YouTube channels, they said that you should add this thing, that thing. It is not like necessary, you can say.
Yeah.
When you are asked about introduce yourself, you have to tell about yourself and your background. And if they have asked, like, tell me about your family and your background, then you can add those things in that.
Correct. Those further questioning, if those happens, then you can definitely, add on those points.
Yes.
Yeah, fine. So, fine. Any final tip or strategy, Aslesha, you want to share?
I would just say that, like, do keep hustling, guys, because there are so many companies out there, and just don't stop for one company. apply to each and every company, and you are going to definitely get into one of those MNCs. Just keep smile and keep hustling.
Yeah, good. Like, I mean, Aslesha is smiling in throughout the video, so I am liking it. So yes, thank you so much, Aslesha, for being there with us on and helping out people and sharing your immense knowledge with us. So that means a lot for us.
Yeah,
So all the best, guys, and all the best to you, Aslesha, for your journey with any company you join. Basically, even if you have one offer or I mean multiple offers in hand. So yes, all the best for your journey with any company.
thank you.
Okay. Till then, guys, have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. You can just check out other videos as well, which are helpful for you. Bye. Have a great day.